So Grant made up his mind on day 2 that he was ready to risk it all. Day 2, okay? Brion, I already know you gonna cheat, sir. I already know. I only made it to episode 4, but I know for a fact by the end of this thing, baby, yeah, you gonna get your little pain wet. I know you are. Now, Tyler, I got my eye on you, sir. I'm watching you like a hawk. I'm watching you like a hawk. My spidey senses is telling me that you want some BS too. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video, Temptation Island. I'm not sure what season this is. I put it in the title, but we are reviewing episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we are going to do this review a little bit different, okay? We are going couple by couple instead of scene by scene. But baby, the energy and everything that needs to be there will be there, okay? But before we get into this review, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through, and if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing okay, a lot better than last night, because last night, I went to record this video. I got 32 minutes in and I realized that my mic was not on. Matter of fact, let me make sure that my mic is on. It's on, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, Temptation Island, right? 4 couples come to an island. The women go to one villa. The men go to another villa. They are in the villa with 12 different men and women, okay? Who only purpose is to tempt them, to get them to go ahead and do all the things that they want to prove to their partner they not going to do. Now, we already know that women are going to have a different energy than the men. So we already know that the men are ready to cut up, baby. They ready to cut up. They want to act like, oh, I'm here to prove my love. I'm here to prove I'm loyal. And I bet you they all fold. The only person I bake on not folding is Lino. That's it. Everybody else, all the other men, yeah, they going down bad. They going out sad, okay? Now, what I need by the end of these seasons, what I need by the end of this season is for the women to stand on business. I got to episode 4 and I can already tell you now I need these women to stand on business because these men are trash. Trash. So let's go ahead and get into it. And y'all lucky, okay? Y'all lucky because Ashley and Grant are the first couple that we meet. So that means that's the first couple we're about to get into, and baby, I'm ready to get into it. So let's go ahead and meet Ashley and Grant. Grant said he knows he's coming into this to be tempted, but he hopes that he does not fall into temptation. He wants to get through this process because he wants to prove to Ashley that he wants to be with her. She says she feels this is the perfect way to see if she can trust him. And if they get through this, then they can get through anything. Now listen, you don't trust him as it is and you brought him on Temptation Island to go into a house with 12 women, baby, your man's gone. Your man's gone. Especially after we learned that he cheated on her before. And not only did he cheat on her before, he cheated on her within the first month. Baby girl, hear me out. If he cheated on you in the first month of your relationship and you didn't leave him, right? Because there's no way you could have been that invested in that relationship at the time. I'm not convinced that you will leave him if he cheats on you this time. I'm not, okay? But he said that he had to fly all the way out to Greece and chase her down to prove to her that he loves her and want her back. And that's exactly what it did. It got her back. Now, she wants to let go of this resistance. She wants to trust him. And he feels that this is his chance to prove to himself and Ashley and his daughter that he can keep his promises. I said, oh, baby, Grant, you coming up here to act a fool and you got a baby girl at home? So they meet the tempters and the tempters are, baby, they ready. They ready to do their thing. The girls are talking about how much they love giving head. The men are ready to open legs. The tempters are doing what the tempters are supposed to do. And baby, I am feeling it. I really am, okay? Now, Ashley got 6 bracelets, okay? When the men came out, they had to put a bracelet on the woman that they felt was the most attractive at the time. And Ashley got 6 out of 12. That means half the men are coming for her. I want you, Ashley, to really embrace this process and really, really get to know these 6 men, if not all 12. Now listen, it's only been 2 days in this damn villa, and Grant is already telling Olivia about how he's not sure if Ashley and him are meant to be. I said it's been 2 days. Literally, y'all got here, y'all met some tempters, y'all went to sleep, y'all woke up, and you already decided that you and Ashley not meant to be together? All because you somehow got a little connection with Olivia? So Olivia asked him on day 2 if he's gonna want to get back with Ashley, and he can't answer it. I said, "Damn, it's been two days. You don't have an answer for that." Grant's gonna be an issue. Grant is an issue, okay? A walking red mother effing flag. Okay? Now, Ashley is in this house a mess. Ashley has been crying nonstop since she got there. She is overwhelmed. Her anxiety is getting the best of her. She can't let her hair down. She can't get loose. She's only thinking about Grant, 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 Grant. Okay? So she's outside reflecting, talking to Alexa and telling her she doesn't know why she keeps allowing Grant to treat her like ish. She says she doesn't know why she's holding on to him. Girl, let him go. Let him and his daughter go. Let him go, okay? Because at this point, that man does not value you enough to treat you right. That's why y'all here now. And if you have to question why you holding on to him, if you have to question why you keep allowing him to treat you like ish, that's a clear sign that the man has to go. So we get our first bonfire, right? Now, the bonfire is when the men come and the women come to their own different bonfires and they watch clips of what their partner is doing in the villa. So the men's bonfire is first, and Grant gets the. So the men's bonfire is first. So the first clip is of Ashley when she was talking to Alexa, telling her how, she feels she deserves better than Grant, how Grant overpromises and underdelivers, and how he's embarrassing to her, and how she just don't think she can ever trust him. And baby, when he saw that clip, he said he was hurt. It hurt his feelings hearing her say that. He really sat there and tried to make this whole thing about her. Oh, she said I'm embarrassing. Oh, she said she can't trust me. Oh, if she don't get it together by the end of this, I don't think we're going to be together. Mark was like, hold on, sir. Wait a minute. You need to figure out what it is that you need to change in order for her to change the way she views you. You need to do some self-reflect. You need to do some inner work. Thank you, Mark. The host is doing his job. Because I can't sit there and believe that the man, I'm just so hurt she said those things about me. But sir, what have you done to her to cause her to feel this way? And by the end of episode 4, she has every right to feel this way. You have done nothing but embarrass her. She shouldn't trust you. So anyway, back at the women's bonfire, Ashley watched a clip of Grant telling Olivia how he's starting to feel like him and Ashley just aren't meant to be together. So Ashley's sitting there thinking like, I don't even know what is going on. I'm not understanding what's happening here. She feels like he doesn't know the lines between flirting and building a connection with someone while you're in a relationship. Baby, that man threw that relationship out the window. He was like, oh, day 2. You know what? If I tell myself I don't want to be with Ashley, then I don't have to feel guilty about anything that I decide to do. That's what he's doing. She's starting to realize that she deserves better. And she's really questioning why she allowed herself to stay in this relationship for so long. Baby, the heart wants, but the heart wants. But the first month that man did what he did to you, you should have left him. And you wouldn't even be here. I promise you wouldn't be here. So then, once the bonfires are over, the men go back to the villa, right? And Grant is talking to Natalie and Ashley, and he's like, she said I'm embarrassing. And she said she could never trust me and that she doesn't want to be with me. And you know what? I feel relieved now. The lie you tell. Baby, the way Grant was sitting there, his face looked so defeated. He looked so hurt. And I bet he's going to use this as the excuse to fuel the fire to continue to be an a-hole to her, okay? To continue to treat her like ish and to embarrass her because now he feels like, she doesn't want to be with me. She said I'm embarrassing. She don't trust me. So since that's how she feel, I might as well give her a reason to feel that way. Well, you already gave her a reason to feel that way. Child, Natalie was sitting there like, I thought I was gonna have to console him, but since he's so relieved and whatnot, this is my chance to shoot my shot. So she's like, you want to get in a hot tub? You want to take some shots or whatnot? She's like, ready to move in on daggone Grant. Now, Olivia, the first girl that Grant was connecting with, she's feeling the type of way because, Grant and Natalie seem to be hitting it off real good. And she don't want to, overstep. So she's backing down. She's backing down. They like, you want to come to the hot tub, Olivia? Olivia was like, nah, I'm cool on it. Y'all got it. Y'all go ahead. Y'all good. And Natalie act like she care, but baby, that girl didn't care because this is her chance. This is her shot. And Grant's so caught up in his head thinking about Ashley, even though he's so relieved, he don't even realize that Natalie feeling the type of way. But I mean, his emotional intelligence is kind of low anyway. Very much low. So Ashley gets back to the women's villa after the bonfire, and homegirl is a wreck. She is a wreck. Let me tell you something about the women's villa. Y'all, I need y'all to understand the women's villa is depressed. The girls are not having a great time. They're not having a great time. When the men came back from meeting the tempters and they went on their first little dates or whatever, they was in the girls was over there in their lingerie. They was licking chocolate sauce off of them. They was getting body shots. They were having a ball. Meanwhile, the women villa, they was over there sad, depressed, crying, moping, complaining, doing all the things of the things. The men are having fun. The men are having fun, and I need the women to go ahead and loosen up. I need them to step into their villain era because the men over there don't give an F. They don't give an F. Now, I already knew that Grant and Natalie was about to, set the issue on fire. Okay, when they went on that little yoga day and he was lifting her up and flipping her over and twirling her around and touching and staring into each other's eyes, I said, oh, he's a goner. He's a goner, okay? Now, Ashley goes on a date with Danny, and it's a double date with Shante and Giovanni. They doing the ATV riding, and she's telling Danny that she's really ready to have fun. She knows that she's been emotional and sad and mopey, but she's really ready to commit to having fun. And he's just like, whatever you need, I am here for you. I just want you to be comfortable on this journey. The men are trying. They're trying, but the women are really not giving into it at all right? So meanwhile, Grant is living his best life. While she is over there talking about, how she's ready to, let her hair down and finally have fun, Grant is having the best time of his life. After him and Natalie did that daggone yoga day, they sitting down talking, right? And he's telling her how they have a connection where they don't even have to talk. They can just stare into each other's eyes. Yeah, it's called lust. That's what it's called. It's called lust. That's why y'all don't have to talk. Because you feel the sexual energy. The tension is there. It's high, okay? And he's telling Natalie that he doesn't think him and Ashley are meant to be. And he's accepting that. That is called for it. Now we can have sex. I'm accepting that me and Ashley won't be together. So now you can go ahead and sit on it. That's what that means. So next thing you know, literally after he accepted the fact that him and Ashley are not going to be together, they start kissing. And I mean kissing. So much so that episode 4 opened up with them still kissing. And he had the nerve to say that he been wanting to kiss Natalie for a while. And for the first time, he's not thinking about Ashley. Yeah, because you're thinking with your little head and not the big one. Not the big one. So the guys end up eliminating 2 girls, right? Because they just wasn't feeling them. And we're going to talk about that elimination, but we're going to get to it when we get to Lena. So while the men are out, there's 2 girls that's their waitresses that keep coming back and forth to the table. It's a little flirty or whatever. They let them know that they're coming into the house because, 2 women out, 2 more women in, right? So when they get back into the house, Grant sees this as an opportunity to make Natalie jealous because he's a child and he likes to play games. So he has the girl take a shot off of his body and he can tell that Natalie's not feeling that. So he's like, no, Natalie, I want you to do it. And Natalie was like, no, Absolutely not. And I'm glad that she didn't fall for the bait because that's exactly what he wanted her to do. So then he gonna go pull her to the side to talk to her. And she's like, listen, you can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna chase you. She says she can tell that he's used to toxic and that she's not that girl. So if you want to play games on your own time. He's like, yeah, but I kind of wanted to see if you was going to get jealous and how you was going to act. And she was like, why would you want me to get jealous? Why would you want me to act crazy? Why would you want to bring that out of me? Oh, Grant, baby, you got bigger issues. You have bigger issues. Actually, leave that man, run far, 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 because we only got to episode 4 and he's already acting a fool. Leave him. So I love how Natalie stood her ground and not let that man play with her. But she ain't stand it hard enough. She didn't stand it hard enough because they go upstairs. They go upstairs and she goes to get into the shower. He follows behind her like he's going to brush his teeth. So he goes into the bathroom and she's like, oh, so you're not going to join me? You're not going to join me? This man turned off the light, okay? She was like, you know the cameras got night vision and do because we saw everything nice and clear enough. Clear enough to know that y'all was in there banging. Clear enough to know that y'all was going to Pound Town. I mean, the hands on the mirror with the steam, the moans, the groans, all of it. You can't even pretend like y'all was just in there washing up. No, baby, no. I sat there, I said, oh my God, we barely made it a week. And the man already decided that he don't want to be with the girl no more. He gonna cheat on the girl and everything. Like, dang. This is what you call proving to your daughter and to yourself and to Ashley that you can be the man that you say you are? This is what you call that? So the next morning, he wakes up and he's like, my whole life is about to blow up in my face. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He knows Ashley is going to be devastated. Now he's saying that he don't want it to be over. That is what you call nut clarity. That's what they call it. They call it nut clarity. Once you get it off, now you can think again. Now you can see things for what they really are. Your vision, your head is not foggy anymore. Now he realized that he does want to be with Ashley. You're trash. That man is trash. So he's outside playing this little guitar, making up a song about how, I love Ashley. I love her life. And da 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 da. I'm a better man than this. Please forgive me. Just pure manipulation. Get ready to manipulate the ish out of Ashley when he gets the chance. That's all, okay? So Natalie shows up because, of course, they just got finished having sex the night before. So she feels like, let me go check on my boo and see what's going on. He tells her that he doesn't think that they should be physical anymore. Just playing. Natalie's like, I knew this was going to happen. But she's cool with it. And you want to know why? Because Natalie did what Natalie was supposed to do. Come in there, tempt that man, and get him to show Ashley that he is a piece of trash. And as soon as a girl throw a little kitty cat at him, he's going to take it. And not only is he going to take it, he's going to sell that girl hopes and dreams and make her feel like she can possibly be the one. So we get into the next bonfire, right? And I'm glad that we started off with Ashley. Because Ashley got to see the video clip of him and Natalie in the damn shower having sex. And not only did she get to see that, she also got to see them kissing. She also got to see them touching. She also got to hear him saying how he just accepted the fact that him and Ashley ain't meant to be. I said, Ashley, girl, going into episode 5, I need you to step into your villain era. Step completely in it. Now, I'm not saying you need to go have sex with people because you might have morals and you might be against that. But baby, do some things. Have some fun. Make him cry. Make him think you over there fucking when you not. Yeah. That's what I would be doing. They would have so many clips of me looking like I might be doing stuff that I ain't supposed to be doing just so he could be over there in that house going crazy. Because he obviously don't care. He obviously don't care. So now we get to meet Shante and Brion, right? Shante said that she's not naive to the situation she is in. And he's telling her that he wants to be in a committed relationship. So now it's his chance to prove it. Right, right, right. Okay, he said that she's the greatest thing that ever happened to him, and that he truly wants to control his sexual desires and learn how to be more emotionally intelligent. Excuse me? Excuse me? You got you you can't control your sexual desires? And y'all thought Temptation Island was good? Oh, okay. Okay. And I hate how he's the one who threw out the fact that him and Shante had sex on the first night. Like he deserved some type of bragging rights. Anyway, he said that he's a flirt and he's ready to show her that he's serious. So you wasn't serious all this time. Now you want to be serious? And not only that, we find out that this man has chosen another woman over Shante in the past. Meaning he left her for dead, went with another woman, realized the grass wasn't greener on the other side, and went back to her. And she let him. Shante, girl, ain't nothing you could say. Ain't nothing you could say that's gonna make me believe that if this man cheat, you not gonna take him back. Ain't nothing you could say. If you took him back after he chose another woman over you, baby girl, we need to work on self-esteem at this point. We really do. He wants Shante to be more sexual. What's more sexual? Because she slept with you on the first night. What's more sexual? He wants to have threesomes and stuff. Oh, okay. You want a very freaky girl. One you can't take home to mama. That's what you want. Got it. Good. So after they meet the tempters and they get back to the villa, Mia done poured the chocolate sauce on that man's neck and ear, and she's licking it off of Brion. And I said, oh, trouble. It's gonna be trouble, 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 okay? So after everybody settled in, Brion's talking to Courtney, and she asked him, do you love Shante? He said, yes. I love her, even though she's not, the most sexual person. So she was like, well, do you want her to be? And he was like, yes, but I kind of compromised because I realized I can't have both. I mean, she's very smart, she's intelligent, she's beautiful, she's kind-hearted, she's a great woman. She cooks, she's clean, she's loyal, all the things. So my compromise is to, accept her the way she is. And if she's not freaky, then she's not freaky. Courtney's like, but you know that you can have it all. And he's like, I can have it all. She's like, yeah, you can have it all. You can have a woman that'll cook, clean, and you're right. Yeah, you can have it all. One who lets you have threesomes and all of that. And it's at that moment I already knew that Brion not gonna make it through this experiment. He's not gonna make it through this experiment at all. At all. Now back at the women's villa, Shantae's talking to Tyler and she's like, if he cheats on me, I'm not taking him back. He already messed up before and it already messed me up mentally. I'm not taking him back. I don't believe you, Shante. I don't believe you because this man has been proven to you time after time after time that he ain't and you keep taking him back. You allowing him to have all these female friends that he probably been fucking or still fucking, and you fine with that. You gotta be fine with that because you still here. And now you want to say that if he cheats and stuff like that, you're gonna leave him? No, you're not. Because if you was going to, you would have. If you was going to, you would have never took him back when he chose another woman over you. Let's be very clear about that. So now we get to the first bonfire, and Brion is watching a video of Shante from when they went on their first dates, and she was just like, dancing, keeping it really, really cute. All right. Now, Brion said that he was happy to see her having fun. He liked seeing her have her own personality. He feels like she needs her own life. Yeah, he's bored with you, girl. He wants you to get your own life so that he can go out there and cheat on you in peace. He don't want you up under him. But men don't like when women make them the center of their world, because when women do that, the men always treat them like ish. Case in point, them too, okay? He tells Mark that he's starting to feel confused a little bit because he's so sexual. And now that he's met women who's showing him that he can have it all, he just doesn't know if he's dimming himself down for Shante. So the fact that you don't have sexual control over yourself is what you consider dimming yourself down for Shante. Sir, if you are unsatisfied, leave. Stop dragging that woman through the mud. Stop it. So now, at the woman's bonfire, it's Shantae's turn to watch a clip. She watches the clip of Brion talking about how he wished she was more sexual and how he loves to have threesomes and getting the chocolate licked off of him. Yeah, all of that. All of that. Shantae said that she was not surprised that the threesomes come up because they come up all the damn time. She said he brought me here to show me that he could be friends with girls, but I see that that's not the case. And it's not. She feels like at this point it's his choice to realize if he's ready to lose the greatest woman he ever had. Baby, that man ain't worried about losing you. That man ain't worried about losing you at all. I promise you he not, because you have proven to him that you will go nowhere. Nowhere. So Ashley gets back to the villa after the bonfire and she's telling the guys like, yeah, they was over there, licking chocolate sauce off each other. They taking body shots. They doing all types of stuff. And the men, the men look so disappointed that they didn't get to be in the house with the women, because I'm sure when they heard Temptation Island, they thought they was coming here to turn up, and they have yet to turn up, okay? Because all the women in this house are depressed, sad, and lonely. Now, after the bonfire, back at the men's villa, Alex is talking to Brion. And she's telling him that she want to build a connection. And maybe after this, they can be friends. Now, we already know that Brion can't be friends with women, right? We know that. He said if he was his old self, that's how he end up effing the women he's friends with. He plays it cool. She's like, yeah, me too. We just be cool and we just be chilling. The next thing you know, we fucking. That's how I be fucking my friends too. And he like, yeah, me too. Oh, okay. So basically, what y'all saying is that y'all want to be friends so y'all can start effing. That's what y'all saying? Now, Brion's talking about his sex drive being out of control. Sir, I think you have a problem. I think you are addicted. It sounds like you are addicted to sex. Having a high sex drive is nothing wrong with that. But it feels like that's the only thing on your mind 24/7. The only thing on your mind 24/7. After listening to him and Alex talk, I already know it's something going to happen between them. Because they basically made it very, very clear that they cool with being friends and fucking. Yeah, that's what happened. Now, even though Brion chose Courtney for his date when they went out to the arcade or whatever, and they was all flirting, and he was all behind her, bending over with the pool stick and all that stuff, he got back to that villa and he talked to Alex because he said that he's really feeling her. And Alex feels like she can crack him. And I said, I know this not about to happen. I know this not about to happen. The girls are throwing themselves at Brion. Alex is basically trying to give him the cookie. So first, keep up with me, y'all. Courtney was ready to give him the cookie, and now Alex is ready to give him the cookie. Baby, he gonna crumble. And he gets in the confessional because he's trying to figure out if his threesome fantasies will come true. You play with fire, you're gonna get burnt. You play with fire, you're gonna get burnt, because Shante, why would you bring this man here who has no self-control? When him and Alex went into that bathroom after they had that conversation, I said, I know y'all not about to do what I think y'all about to do. Allegedly, they didn't do nothing. Allegedly, they didn't do anything. Because when they opened the door, he was like, this is not going to be a good look. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm sure that he touched something, felt something, but they didn't do anything. And while he's doing all of that over there in the bathroom with Alex, Shante is at the women's villa reading her Bible and praying. Baby. Baby. So now we get to the second bonfire. You know, the bonfire where we found out that, Grant was having sex with Natalie? Yeah, that bonfire. Shante gets the clip of where Brion is questioning his relationship. And then she also gets the clip of him and Alex coming out of the bathroom. She said that she thinks it's very interesting that he feels like these women will be able to support him better than she can, even though there's no facts of that. And she's like, I'm trying to figure out if he brought me here to prove that he could be friends with girls, why is he coming out of the bathroom with that girl? And we don't even know what happened behind that door. Oh, no, we don't, because there wasn't no camera. Maybe we do. Maybe we'll find out at a reunion. Does Temptation Island have a reunion? Because baby, I need a never before seen clip. That's what I need. So Mark asked her, how does she feel? She says she feels hurt because her she says she feels hurt because although she could be a little bit more because although she could take a lot more initiative when it comes to sex, she feels like they have great sex and she brings so much to the table. So she can't understand what it is that he wants from her. Girl, he wants you to let him cheat in peace. And occasionally he wants to cheat with you with other women in threesomes in your bedroom. That's what he wants from you. It has nothing to do with all the things that you can bring to the table. That man is addicted to sex. I know he gonna cheat. I know he gonna cheat. It's just a matter of time. So now we meet Taylor and Tyler, okay? Taylor says she feels he's the one, but they met a lot of resistance along the way. So this is their chance to move forward. He feels their love is strong enough to get through this, but he's a little worried because he knows that there's going to be men there that check all her boxes financially and in the looks. And that lets me know right then and there that Tyler is broke. The man's got to be broke, okay? He met Taylor when he was married. And they started dating maybe 3 or 4 months later. It sounds like Taylor was a side chick. That's what it's giving. It's giving side chick. Y'all started off wrong. That's why y'all here now. But let's go on. She said when they got together, he quit his job and now he's finding himself. He said that he has been able to get some gigs and modeling and this, that, and the other. Baby, is you broke or not? Is you broke or not? Because she said she don't feel safe anymore. And you said that she was going to find someone who was going to be financially stable. It's giving you ain't got no money. That's what it's giving. And not only that, he cheated on her. Cheated on her. Because after he quit his job and left his wife, he needed a lot of reassurance. And she wasn't able to give it to him. So he ended up, kissing some girl at the gym. Baby, what? You mean to tell me that you was cheating on your wife, had this girl be the side chick, then picked her to be your girlfriend, and then cheated on her after you lost your job and had no money, and you had the nerve to cheat after? You know what? Let's go. Let's keep going, okay? Now let me tell you something. After they met the tempters and they went to go talk on the side, I don't trust Tyler at all. Because Taylor was breaking down and she was telling him how she is tired of proving herself and, it's not a good feeling and she feels horrible to have to continue to prove that she's the one, that she's perfect for him. And he said, we both agreed to come here and now I'm being made feel bad because I brought you here. Yeah, you should feel bad because you literally told this girl that you want to come on Temptation Island to prove to her that you could be a good man when you could just be a good man. You came here to get your rocks off and you can't tell me nothing else. Either that or you feel like this is the jump start to your modeling career. Maybe you'll be seen and somebody will put you in an ad somewhere. It's given, I'll do anything for clout. That's what it's given. So once the women get back to the women's villa, the men are really trying to tap into their emotions and really get the women to open up because everyone is sad over there. And Taylor could not wait to sit there and tell all of Tyler's business. She sat there and she told him that, Tyler don't have no job. It's been 10 months. He don't pay for no groceries. He don't pay no bills. And he can't even put the toilet seat down. I said, girl, the way you talk about your man, why you here? Why you here? You got that man living in your house, eating your food, and he ain't got no job, no bills, and he got the nerve to be treating you like ish. You got to be kidding me. She doesn't respect him. What I learned about Taylor is that she does not respect Tyler at all. She does not see him as a man. Now, Taylor is telling Shante that she feels like Tyler's probably in the men's villa living his best life because she's not there to nag him and she's not there to argue with him, and he's probably just feeling so free. But she does admit that she's controlling. But she feels like it's his fault because, he put her in this position because he cheated on her. Not only did he cheat on you, girl, he cheated on his wife with you. The man's a cheater. She said that she has insecurities that he created and she hates that. Leave. Leave. I hope if y'all don't get nothing else out of this experiment is that y'all need to leave. I really hope that's it. Now back at the men's villa, they partying up. I told y'all, they having a great time. The temp girls are on a mission. They done made up a whole dance, okay? A dance that they rehearsed. They got the choreography down. I mean, they was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breaking it down. And then Kay decided that she was ready to, give Tyler a lap dance. And she went over to that man and she was grinding on him and all types of stuff. And at one point he was trying not to touch her because that was part of the rules. No touching, no touching, no touching. But baby, he had to touch because when she went down and came back up, he said, ooh, child, you gonna be trouble. You gonna be trouble. I said, Tyler, I didn't have faith in you when I first met you, and I sure the hell don't now. So then after the little dance or whatever, they go up to his room. And I said, oh, it's literally like the second night. Please don't cheat on this girl the second night. Please don't. But he kept it cute. He just gave her a little room tour and she went back downstairs about her business. And Kay made it very clear that her mission is to go ahead and get in that man's bed. So of course we get to the first bonfire with the men. And we get the clip of Taylor talking about how, Tyler has nothing. He's broke. He don't pay for nothing. And he can't put the toilet seat down. And after he saw that, he was like, she's using me not putting down the toilet seat as me not considering her. I was like, sir, she also said that you ain't have no job. She also said that you don't pay no bills. She also said that you ain't getting no groceries. And the only thing that you heard was that you didn't put down the toilet seat. Priorities wrong. The priorities are all wrong. He feels that she doesn't value him and that she nitpicks over the tiny stuff. Sir, paying bills and living expenses is not tiny stuff. It's not. He said that he wishes she would encourage him and push him. It's giving man-child. It's giving man-child. So not only do she got to take care of you financially, now she has to support you in all your dreams and push you to be the best version of yourself. Sir, I'm glad that you self-discovered that you need to find value in yourself. Do it for yourself. Ooh, child. Cause what? Cause what? Now back at the women's bonfire, we get to watch the clip of Kay dancing all on Tyler. And production is sneaky because they cut the clip off with Tyler and Kay walking into the bedroom. I said, that's the kind of edit I would want, okay? Because I want you to think I'm cheating. I want you to be over there thinking I'm cheating. So after Taylor sees that clip, she's upset. She was like, hearing him tell Kay that she's trouble? Man, he told me that the first day we kissed. Like, sir, where's your originality? I said, girl, that's his game. That's all he know. That's all he know. He ready to risk it all. She doesn't want to admit that she's hurt. She says that she's angry, but Mark wants her to really explore the feelings. Explore what you're feeling. It is okay to be hurt. She says she is hurt because everyone who walks into her life hurts her. And at this point, she doesn't feel safe with anyone. She says she feels like she's at the point where she just rather be alone to protect herself. She doesn't want anyone to get close to her. Girl, you just need to pay better attention to the red flags. If he did whatever he did to his wife while he was with you, that was a red flag. What made you think that you were going to be different? Mm-mm-mm-mm. So now, after the bonfire, back at the women's villa, Cody decides that this is his chance to take a shot at Taylor. And I'm like, yeah, what a better time when she's vulnerable. What a better time. So when they sit down and they're talking, she's telling Cody about the clips that she saw of Tyler, and she said that he's immature and he's sensitive. And Cody was like, so you saying that your man is immature and sensitive? She said, yeah, he has bitch tendencies. She don't respect that man. She don't respect that man. They don't need to be together. She belittles him. She looks down on him. She basically calls him a bitch. Yeah, no, they don't need to be together, okay? Because he obviously can't get his ish together and got the nerve to be over there letting other girls in his room and whatnot. Yeah, they don't need to be together. Because after that, girl, what? That's how you feel about your man? Yeah. Yeah. So he was like, so he has bitch tendencies? And she was like, yes, and I stand on that. I stand on that. Then girl, why you there? I'm just so confused. Ever since this girl got in the house, every chance she gets to talk about this man, she has said all the negative things about him. That doesn't look good for you either. Because it's just showing that you would really put up with anything. But anyway, Taylor decided to take Cody on her second date because they've been vibing, right? And so they go on like this little picnic and they all sitting down. And Cody was like, so why did y'all come here? Taylor said that Tyler cheated on her before and he feels this is the fastest way to prove that he can change. She said, but now she's starting to realize how this is really just helping her decide whether or not she wants to be with him. Girl, I feel like you kind of made up your mind a long time ago that you don't want to be with him. I'm just trying to figure out why you did. The way you call that man a bitch and all types of stuff, yeah, it's kind of clear, okay? And Cody was like, I would never bring my girl here. And I was like, exactly. Nobody in their right mind would put their man or woman in a house with 12 single people whose only job is to tempt them into doing things that they know they shouldn't be doing. Nobody in their right mind would do that. So now Tyler is looking at Cody and she's like, he's a typical guy I would go for. He's dominant. He's a smooth talker. She feels like he's a walking red flag. And this time she wants to protect herself. Then girl, why did you bring Cody on this date? Why did you bring Cody on this date? This is what I mean by, girl, you just be overlooking the red flags. You knew all of this about the man and you brought him on the date for what? Child, they gonna drive me crazy. They gonna drive me crazy. And what I tell y'all, I told y'all that Kay was gonna find her way in Tyler's bed. Because what did she do? She found her way up in that man's bed. Tyler is realizing that he's getting close to Kay. And he's really starting to think if his relationship is over. And you know what that means in men language. That is code for, I'm ready to have sex with someone. That's what that means. That's exactly what that means. I promise you, I feel like he's going to do something by the end of the season. We only got to episode 4 and he hasn't done anything yet. But I feel like by the time we get to the end of the season, yeah, and it's going to be with Kay. And if it's not with Kay, I'll be surprised. Now, before I get to Lino and Alexa, I need y'all to understand how much fun the men are having, okay? The men are in the villa with these 12 women and they are playing a game where they put the body paint all over their bodies and then they rub their bodies up against the men and cover them in paint. So they're basically like dry humping and having the time of their lives over there, okay? Grant loses, so he has to run around naked. They're having a ball. They're having a ball, okay? The women, on the other hand, are, trying to loosen up, but it's not quite happening. It's not quite getting there, okay? They're playing, like, little card games like who had sex on the beach and who had sex here and who likes to get their booty ate like groceries, cute little fun cards, having a cute little old time while the men are over there dry humping, okay? I just want to set the scene for y'all. The men's village turned. The men are working overdrive trying to get these women to like have fun. They trying really hard to get these women to have fun, okay? So let's go ahead and get into Alexa and Lino. So now we meet Lino and Alexa, right? Now, she says that she wants to be engaged. He's like, this is his first real long-term relationship. The longest he'd been in a relationship was about 3 months. So he's scared. They've been together for 3.5 years. And he literally followed her wherever she goes. She's a traveling nurse. She does labor and delivery. So, she's on the go. And he goes where she goes. And because of that, he hasn't been able to like really settle into a career. He doesn't really have a job. He's more of a support system for her. She's been married before. So she knows what marriage takes. And she wants to be married to him. She's his first love. And she takes pride in her being his first love, right? So he said that he has a little bit of resentment because when they first started dating exclusively, she was also dating someone else exclusively. And I'm like, Lino, that's called cheating, okay? That's called cheating. She was cheating on you with him or him with you. Either way, she was cheating. But nonetheless, that's what's holding him back from actually marrying her. I feel like we are here because Lino doesn't trust Alexa. That's exactly what I got from this. So now we get into the villa. Everybody's settling in. Alexa is talking to Ashley and, she's telling Ashley how she's having really bad separation anxiety because she's so used to having Lino around. And then out of nowhere, she's like, I don't need him. I don't need him. And I'm like, girl, what did he do to you? It sounds like you the one with the issue. That's what it sounds like. So we get to the first bonfire, and of course the men go first. So we watched the clip of Alexa telling Ashley how she doesn't really need Lino. And when he saw that, he was like, that's very weird because she brought me here because she want to get married. I done pushed her to accomplish all the things that she accomplished. I've been by her side, supported her and everything. So it's really funny to me that she feels as though she doesn't need me. He's having a self-realization that maybe he needs to take some of that pushing and pour it into himself. Push himself to be who he wants to be. I said, Alexa, you gonna F around and find out and lose your man. That's exactly what's about to happen. Because Lino seems like he's a good man from what I'm getting. Besides how he threw my girl Mia under the bus, he seems like he's a pretty decent man, okay? So now at the women's bonfire, it's Alexa's turn to watch the clip. And she watched the clip of Leo saying how she was seeing other people in the beginning of the relationship and how she was dishonest and how he harbors a lot of resentment and feels like he wasn't her first choice. Alexa is like, oh my God, he won't let it go. He won't let it go. I wake up and choose him every single day. Okay? She says she's holding on to guilt from her previous marriage. She's holding on to guilt in this relationship. Like, girl, who else did it? It seemed like you're the problem. I'm not going to hold you, Alexa. It seemed like you're the problem. And I feel like the only reason why she's really staying with Lino is to prove to herself that she's not the problem. To prove that, he wasn't her second choice. I don't really think she want that man. I really don't. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you at all. So after the bonfire, we get back to the men's villa. Lino is talking to Mia, right? Because she wants to make him feel better. Because he feels like he done did all these things to make her a better person for the next man. And Mia's like, I just want to show Leo that I'm here for him and I want to support him. No, Mia, you just wanted to, secure another date so that you can stay on the show longer. That's all it was. Mia has a lot of insecurities and she likes the attention. I could tell by the way she moves around the house with the men, the licking the chocolate sauce off of them, the body shots. Like, she's literally the life of the party. Her insecurities really start to show. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hold you. So they go on the dates, right? And Alexa chose Max to go on her date. She said that, he's a very good listener. It's easy for her to open up and be vulnerable with him. So Max asked her that her and Leo have a conversation about how there's a chance that they can actually not leave together. Alexa said yes. And if we don't, there's a lot of people in our lives that will be devastated. This is why she's with him. That girl don't want to be with that man. She don't. So she said she hopes that Leno is thinking with his big head and not his little one. Alexa said that she feels like love is a choice and that she's been choosing Leno over and over, but he just won't let go of what happened in the beginning of their relationship. She's like, I'm choosing him every single day and he's not getting it. It's because you're not making him feel that way. And just from the little bit of time that I get to see how y'all interact, I could tell that Alexa don't want Leno. She's trying to prove to her family, prove to him that he isn't her second choice and that she is happy when she's not, which is why the first thing she said when she was talking to Ashley was, I don't need him. So now Leno is going to talk to Mia because she's just his therapist. That's basically what it is. She's upset with him because he didn't pick her to go on a date after she told him that she was going to be there to support him and really try to build a connection with her. He said that, she feels like he's just using her as a therapy session. Girl, yes he is. Yes he is. He's not attracted to you. One, I don't think he likes black women. Okay, so let's just leave that there. You're a good person to have a conversation with. You're entertaining him. The women in the house not really checking for him like that, okay? He's literally trying to get with Alex, and Alex is trying to give her panties to Brion. That's what's happening. So Mia's telling Leo how she feels like she's always the friend. Like, I'm just a good friend. And he was like, well, that's a good quality to have. And you could be a good friend to someone. Girl, he playing in your face. Stop talking to him. Stop talking to him. Because when it came down time to eliminate 2 women out of the house, he brought Mia's name up first. He's literally been sitting there talking to Mia the whole time, pouring his heart out, and she's been there listening to this man. And he is the first person to try to get this woman out the house. The men want to keep her around because she's a good time. But ultimately, none of them are connecting with her like that. So therefore, they decide to eliminate her. When I tell you I was so mad at Leno for doing that because, sir, go away from me. He's talking about like, I just have to do what's best for me. It's so many other women in that house that I feel like y'all could have stayed home. But you wanted to get Mia out and I don't like it. I really didn't like the way I felt about it. Mia didn't take it easy at all. And I totally understand why. The girl has been a good time. She's been a vibe. She's really been trying. She's putting herself out there. She's been listening and comforting. And that's just not enough for them. It's because she black. It's because she black and I'm going to let it go and I'm going to move on. So Leno wants to go talk to Alex because that's who he wants. That's who he's really ready to risk it all for. That's who he has the sexual energy for. That's who he feels like could tempt him the most. But Alex don't want him, okay? She want Brion. She said that she's not used to being, pursued romantically. We know that. We know that because she told Brion that, she likes to be friends first and then start fucking. That's what she wants. She likes to have friends with sexual tension. And so Leno seems a little bit too serious for her. She's here to tempt y'all. Okay? She's here to do the things that your girl won't do. Boy, she don't want you. Now, anyway, so now we're at the bonfire. The bonfire where Ashley found out that Grant cheated on her before the end of episode 4. And she watched a clip of him telling Mia how, he spent all this time making her a better woman for somebody else. How he put aside his career, his aspirations, everything to make her who she is. Now, Alexa is pissed off. She is pissed off. She is mad because she's trying to figure out where is all of this coming from. She's feeling like she's been putting everybody first before herself. And I'm sitting here like, yes, Alexa, you really are putting everyone else before yourself because you don't want to be with that man. And you're thinking about what everyone else is going to say, how he's going to feel, instead of just being honest with him. That's all this is. That's literally all this is. And y'all, that was Temptation Island episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm excited to see what the next episodes are going to give, but I need y'all help, okay? Do y'all want me to, keep it couple by couple, or do y'all want me to do scene by scene by scene and, do maybe 2 episodes at a time instead of 4? Let me know so I can, get these notes together for y'all and bring y'all the rest of this season. If you did not like this video, go ahead and like the video. Hit that like button for me. Drop me some comments down below. Let me know what y'all think about the season so far. Would you take your man or woman to Temptation Island? Let me know down in the comments. Drop me some yellow hearts to let me know you was here. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.